Wow. One, let's go.
We're spinning vinyl because
It's better. It's better.
Way better.
It's a much more warmer sound, and I just prefer it a lot better than digital.
DJ Z Motion.
You sound so much better on vinyl.
Woo!
Hey, how you doing, Lisa? Welcome. Hey, how you doing? Welcome. Yeah, welcome. How you doing? Got a radio station right now.
Woo!
St. John's.
That's good, huh?
You're home. How you doing? Welcome.
Ouh, ça marche là?
Final sound. George, how you doing? Welcome.
Nice.
Yes, New York City, Brooklyn, Dumbo, stand up. Yes, New York City, you are listening to People Ask You, this is GVR, best kept secret in the city. I'm your host, your captain, Z Motion, man. How's everybody doing out there today? Lovely, lovely day here in New York City, man. Like, you know what I mean? Today was like, 9/11, man. Like, you know what I mean? Years later, we still did not forget. Like, so yeah, I had a hard time actually, like, commuting this morning, man. The train was like jack and all that, but we here, man. Like, it's gonna be a great show, man. So, like, for those who actually follow me on IG, so over like I would say 14 years ago, so I used to go to the club a lot with my cousin, actually, rest in peace, Cole. And we used to go to this place actually called Webster Hall here in New York City, and that was her favorite club, man. Like, so we would go over there. They have like 4 or 5 different levels, and she likes the fact that we can just go from house to hip hop and all in the same building, like, so we used to go there a lot. And so one night, actually, they had this competition there where they were looking for the sexiest guy in the club. And the game was like, you basically have to take your shirt off and then they check you out or whatever. I was like, so she rushed me to do it. I was like, yeah, fuck it. So I did it. And I won. So actually, I had a t-shirt for the first time today. Like, I never wore that t-shirt since I had it. Like, you know what I mean? And so my cousin actually who passed actually off breast cancer, man. She also used to model. She used to model, like, we went to a lot of fashion shows and all of that. So it's also still Fashion Week here in New York City. And I was like, so the fact that I found this t-shirt, the fact that, like, it's Fashion Week still going back to school and all that, I was like, what, not doing this shit today about her? Like, just like, celebrating the moment that we had together. Like, she loved music. She never missed to come see me perform somewhere. Like, So, like, today's show is going to be just like, remember, like, the good time we had. And also at some point we should also have, like, Sir Lenz Lewis to be here in the building. So last night we were actually at Paul's Baby Grant, where Miss Ken was actually holding down with, I believe, like 4 other DJs.
Yes, with 3 other DJs.
Yeah, 3 other DJs, man. Like, Holy Stars, man. Like, the other guy from Belgium, I believe. did a pretty nice set myself, himself, and
Yeah.
then Miss came out to did what she did, man. Like definitely put a great job. And like so Lance actually pull up, and he's supposed to be here today. Like he's running a little late, man. Like he's all over the place, man. You know how it goes, man. But like I said today, like I came here to play some good stuff, man. Like Roxanne is on vacation, I believe, man. Like enjoy yourself, fam, man. Like GV are the best kept secret in the city, man. 9/11, man. We never forget, man. Still here, like still showing support, man, and love to the family, like affected by it. And New York City, like I said to them, man, I came here to play music for my cousin who passed away, man. Like, rest in peace, Crystal, man. Like, enjoy it, man. GV are the best kept secret in the city, man. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. I remember I'm not Asian. I'm not Asian. I'm French. I'm from France. So welcome, guys. We are welcome to the listening session. Tonight is gonna be mostly groovy, strictly vinyl set.
Listen to this record.
You have to listen to these guys. Where Cypher Solutions.
Hey, Tuesday, how you doing? Welcome. Skills level.
Oh, thank you, Zach. That's very nice.
We are here live from Dumbo, NYC, man.
Let's start the listening session. I'm from France, guys, but I live here in New York City. Tonight is gonna be mostly groovy house. Where are you from, guys? Who is here?
We got to get away from this girl. We got to get away.
Hello, Richard. Yeah, you are here. Song from my brother. Welcome. How are you guys? How are you, Richard? Tonight it's gonna be mostly house. Mostly house music. Nice journey. Oh, sorry, Travis. Yeah. But actually this one is a house version of George Benson.
Ooh, how you feeling that? Strictly vinyl, man.
Woo! Richard, do you like house music?
Goodbye, man. This is Ben Johnson, man, like Master World Production. How you doing?
Stand up and dance.
DJ Uncle Teddy, how you doing? DJ Fashion, how you doing? Welcome, King.
There is not enough space to dance in there.
You got some legs loose in the
Oh shit! No, I didn't hear this class. What is that? How deep is your love? Woo!
We're back.
Wait, what?
In the building. This man, how you doing? Welcome.
We have the best singer in the building right now.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome.
Ça va, t'as fait vite en vrai. T'as fait vite, ça va. Tonight we have a special interview. Maybe do you have the cover of this? Have you heard of this classic Mr. Fingers? Let me check. I'm about to go check this. Right now, this is what we are playing. Another taste. Hein? C'est les billets. Ah bon, il est là-bas? Bah non, pas encore. Parce que j'ai même pas fait encore mon album. Richard, do you mean what we are listening right now? Okay, so I will check. Mr. Fingers. Mr. Fingers. Actually, no, I don't think I heard about him, but I will definitely check. I'm putting it in my notes right now, so I will be listening to it after. And Glen Underground, actually, yes, you're right. Free from Jana. Yes, exactly. Glen Underground. We haven't been doing a house listening session, right?
That first track, man, called Another Taste, man, like, GVI sound, how we get down. We just got joined by the man himself, man, like, he's busy, man. You gotta catch this man right here, man. He stays on the move, man, New York City, man. I want you to give me a warm welcome for my boy right here, my bro, man, like, the one and only, man, Lance Lewis, man, welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, my man. Thank you, man. You inviting me out here.
Yo, man,
I'm watching you doing your thing, but seeing you doing it, really doing it,
Yo,
Something amazing, man. Congratulations, bro.
bro, y'all gotta see this man right here, man. Like Lance right here, man. Like this is the man got so much, like so much talent, like so much to talk about, man. Like you guys don't even know, man. I don't even know where to start, man. But first, before we even go on, man, I want you to introduce yourself properly, like let people know what is it that you do, like what I mean, like briefly.
Yeah,
Then we get into
briefly.
Who are you?
Hi, everybody. My name's Lance Lewis.
Lance
Haitian,
Lewis, man.
Artist, musician, entrepreneur.
Yes, sir.
We work with fashion and music.
Absolutely.
And then also, on another side of my life, I was once upon a time an industrial engineer. So
Wait, what?
it's a lot of things happening in one mind and one body.
In one body,
But
in
we
one
find-
life.
Yeah, we find a way to manage them, and then here we are in New York City, the hottest place in the world.
Oh, man.
I don't care about what anybody else says. To me,
This is the place to be.
this is the place to
This
be.
is
yeah.
the place to be, man. So actually, last night, for those who do not know, actually, so this came right here. Actually, we're doing a set at Port Betty Grant.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And
yeah.
actually, so most of the time, actually, like Lance is hard to get, man. Like what I mean. So he pulled up, So we had a good time last night. I was like, you know what? Let's get you at the radio. Then, like sometimes I like to plan on my guests, and sometimes I just like to make it happen, man. Like so. And he accepted, like, what I mean, and he pulled up, so it's an honor to have him here, bro, man, like, what I mean, so I'm about to take you a little back, man, like, what I mean, so just tell us a little bit, like, how you even got to music to begin with, like, how everything started for you when it comes to music.
Yo, music is crazy. It's like, coming from a third world country, coming from Haiti, every mother wanted their child to be an engineer,
Yeah.
doctor,
Of course.
a lawyer. That's how it is.
Yeah.
And then when I was in school, they were like, yo, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. But I had a neighbor.
Okay.
I was playing music all the time.
Mhm.
And I was like, yo, I want to learn. I started learning guitar without my mom knowing.
Okay.
And the next thing you know, my sister of a friend of mine gave me a guitar, my first guitar. And then I didn't even know how to go home with that guitar because my mom didn't want to know about
She
this.
had no idea what was
Nah,
going on.
man,
Yeah.
my mom didn't want to know about
And
that.
that would
They
not be
wanna know-
welcome.
No, they didn't want to know about no music, no sports, because at the same time too, I was chosen to join the Haitian Football League and everything. And
Oh,
she was
nice.
like, no, I don't want you to do none of that.
Yeah.
So I was, you know what? I'm just gonna wait for an important, occasion to do it. And then it was my graduation, right? And then I talked to everybody. I was like, why don't we make a song for the promotion,
Okay.
And they're like, yeah, let's do it. We'll put it together. And then next thing you know, I was the one singing in front of the entire, in front of 125 people. They're like, yo, you knew music? I'm like, yeah. But it was funny because I would go to church.
Yeah.
And then I would play music. Right?
Okay.
But my mom didn't want no music outside of that.
I see.
So and after that, she was like, you know what? It's okay. You can do it because I think you can do it. And then ever since then, went to college, and then we started meeting people like Q, meeting bassmen, bass women,
Just came in the building.
And then it's
Fresh
been
assistant.
it's been flowing ever since then. Honestly, there's been a lot of ups and downs because, like we said, I have a lot of cells in my life.
Yeah.
I call them alternate dimensions within my.
There's layers in your life.
Yeah. So sometimes I start. I'm like, you know what? Right now it's time to focus on the shoes. Let's pull back on the music.
Yeah.
Sometimes let's focus on the clothing. Let's pull back. Let's focus on the school. But ever since then it's been working. But the most important part with the music is the fact that I keep on meeting wonderful people through my music.
That's the
So
man. Tell me about it, man.
that's what I like the most about it.
I can basically tell like everybody I know in my life. I did meet a lot of people going to school, high school, college back then, but most people I know in my life came to either dance or music. Like I would say about 50-60% like really still music and dance really been a connect. Like what I mean, at the bottom of all that, So I would love to know what kind of music did you grow up listening to, what I mean, just to get an idea.
Black mothers, I was raised listening to gospel music.
Okay.
Sawali, a lot of African music, a lot of sukus.
Okay.
And then and there was a moment, man, when Bryan Adams was very, very, very popular. Everybody was like, please forgive me. And everybody was listening to him. And then there was also that other guy. The guy was like, when a man loves a woman, what's his name again? I don't remember. Yeah, he was like Michael Bolton.
Yeah.
So like I'd be listening. So he was. That's why my music is so eclectic. It's so
I
like
see.
it's a little bit of Africa,
All of
a
that.
little bit. And then the Haitian music, you know, right now compa is taking over the world.
Absolutely.
So it's like, hey,
Absolutely.
hey, gotta say it. So,
You gotta say it, man. Like, but the reason why actually people don't understand why, like, at some point everything always goes back to the origin, to the source.
Definitely.
Like when you go back, like when you listen to house music, when you listen to jazz, when you listen to all kinds of music out there, the model, the origin is African music. This is where everything started. That's one continent where people like music always been there and always will be. Dancing as well. So now it makes sense that like Afro beats and all that you can like taking back because like we're going back to where we came from.
Yo, you know what's crazy though? It stinks to you into account that I actually realized that house music is actually black. Black people. No.
Well, for those who do not know, actually, like so, house music is actually supposed to be like originally in Chicago. So like then like New York City also claims part of it there, but most of the time it's definitely black people's music.
Yo, I didn't know.
It's like,
I didn't know.
Like, that's like I mean I'm not like this is nothing new. We're not like this is not so
as a
like,
musician,
it's well documented. It's
as a musician, I went to school for music and everything. I was like, I was like, yo, why does Z like house that much? And I also have a brother that's like, he's a DJ too, and DJ Rob, and he always tells me, bro, this is our music. And I'm like,
and then the thing is like, so house actually, if you go back the grandfather of house, you're gonna find something like disco.
Yeah, disco
and funk and all of that is in there.
And I never really, and then when I patched it, I was like, yo, so that's why I moved to that music. I
see.
Yeah,
and I would like to know, like, if you were to name people, some of people that you say growing up kind of like influence you, people that you look up to, like, when you watch them on TV doing what they do, you were like, oh, this might be, I might want to do this. So.
Yo, most definitely, I'll say we would watch a little bit of James Brown.
Okay.
To speak.
The Godfather, man.
You
so,
know,
man, how you
and
guys
then
I appreciate you stopping
Aretha Franklin.
Of course.
And Smokey Norfield.
Okay.
And those are like gospel artists, and then the rest was like pretty much a soup of everybody else,
Okay.
But those people really popped out. And I remember, and when I was very young, Kirk Franklin was really up there.
Yeah.
In gospel music. So, yeah, basically, so I grew up around that. Even though I went to a Catholic church, but most of my friends they were like, they were Baptists.
Okay.
So like it was choir time. So, which is actually one of the best experiences that I had because I discovered music through people that are really passionate about it. That don't only see the financial side of it.
Yeah.
But that actually really loves it, and then that use it to express their genuine love.
Yeah.
So it was like something that is from the Most High. So it was something nice. It's something very nice. Yeah.
Well, this is actually something that we never talked about. Actually, like the fact that you actually discovered music through gospel. For those who don't really know about me, so I grew up Jehovah's Witness. Like, I was one of those knockers, man. I would knock at your door, man, and tell you about Jesus is coming.
I'll hide under the bed when I
that was 18 years of my life, man. I'm not ashamed to say he made the person I was, for a certain amount of time until I went to college.
Yo,
till I went to college, I was like...
Yeah, that's crazy that he mentions this because I actually studied the history of the Bible, the Yellow Book, and I studied all the way to Revelation, the Red Book, being I studied the Le Plus Grand Homme de tous les temps, which is those 3 books because I had my cousin, he's a witness, and he had me going every time to the temple. I went to the congresses and everything.
I was going to church 3 times a week.
Yeah, I know
that. And that's why for me, if you want to actually, back then in high school, until I moved to college, it was either church or school for me.
Oh, yeah.
So it was very easy. I was not a party boy. I was not going to no clubs. I was not going to birthday parties. None of that stuff.
It's so similar. It's crazy. Similar. Because I went to a Catholic church, right? And then I have my cousin that is the person I look up to the most.
Yeah.
And that is a witness. So when I'm not in school, studying, because I studied in Saint Louis, which is a French school too.
Okay.
And it's very strict where everything, if you don't have a 7.5 GPA, so you out. So that's how it is.
Mm-hmm.
So basically it was you study, And then when you want to escape your study, you go to church.
Okay.
And if I'm not in church, I'm with my cousin that is teaching me about like what life is. Because one thing about the witnesses, they're very organized. You know?
Absolutely.
It's like
Absolutely.
they structure. They would like teach you how to structure your life in a second.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's something that we got to give it to them. You know, like I said.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm saying, like this was me for like about 18, 19 years of my life. So it's a big part of it.
It's
Like,
funny.
there's no
It's
way,
funny.
like, yeah, totally. Like a lot of my boys back then, everybody was smoking cigarettes and all that stuff. I was nowhere near that.
No.
Because at home I got a certain discipline. That like you know what I mean. Even by the time I went to college, it was too late for me to change that.
My first
I
sip.
saw my boys like I was smoking and stuff. I look at that stuff like they didn't really care much. Didn't really
See, my first sip of alcohol was when I was 30.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. What?
Like for me, it got pretty wild. So I went from being a witness to being in college, living by myself. Like, found out like you actually like I'm teaching dancing. I'm involved with all of this out there. I'm like, wait, I'm behind, man. I need to catch up.
Yep.
I need to catch up. Like,
I know.
I was like, wait, what? I have not been to a birthday party. I have not been to a movie before. Like it was none of that. Like for real. Like I did not know about the outside world.
You know, you know how they raised us like with the strict mothers, man. Like actually to go out to the movies, I need like a whole delegation of people coming to say, can Lens come to the movies with us? Like 5, 7, even all the friends. Yeah, we were raised like literally like little soldiers. Like
Nah,
it was,
for us it was your witness movies. That's about it.
It was crazy.
Like, it was not. You ain't had to go see what's going on in the world.
nah,
You
we
know what's going on in the
don't.
world.
It was funny.
It was like it's a world in itself.
I think that's what keeps us a little bit, that keeps our ground, like our feet really
Absolutely,
grounded
totally.
still.
I would definitely say like always
Because
come.
when you especially when you walk around New York, you see a lot of talented people like you. They sometimes like floating, but I look at you and like I see the talent that you have. You both actually, and I'm like, those people who don't behave like other people that don't even have the quarter of what they have, talent wise.
Yeah.
And then that's actually one of the best thing. And I think that's the reason why we connected that much.
Absolutely. But it's also like, when you actually do something. So it's funny, like you just mentioned that because for me, we were talking about dancing earlier there, like, and I was telling some of my boys, they're like, I see dance as a language. Means like, like yesterday we were talking about Creole and all this stuff. If you meet somebody who speaks Creole, in less than 5 minutes, you can tell if they speak it well or not.
Nah, yeah.
You don't need like a whole day or half a day with them.
No.
Like, the same in dancing. If I see somebody dancing for a minute or two, I can tell if they're good or not. I can tell if they speak with an accent. I can tell if their foundations are solid. I can tell what they can do or can't do. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm watching all of that. So you get to the point where, like what you just mentioned, that when somebody got talent, when they're good at something, most of the time they don't really brag about it.
Nah.
Like really, if you're gonna meet somebody when they're good at something, yeah, they just do it. That's what they do.
Because it's part of them. It's part of them, right? It's like, but even though like I don't even have any problem with you bragging about it. It's like it's believing that is making you more important than someone else. No, that makes you more important to the community because you're bringing something.
Absolutely.
But as a person, you are just a person.
Of course.
Like
you ain't better than the next man.
Exactly. So instead of using that talent to diminish people, use it to uplift people.
Absolutely.
So by being like more humble, more simple, and everything, and then and always remember to congratulate the other.
Oh yeah.
And then there's a lot of communities in New York. I find that's probably the city where I find that the most. But there are some rare cases where I'm looking. I'm like, are you even? For real. Like it's crazy.
But it also depends on your foundation, like,
exactly.
Where you come from, your background, all of that got a lot to play with. Lens, man, I'm also curious, man. I would like to know about the time you got to high school, eventually there, how serious, what age would you start taking music seriously? Like what I mean, like start be like, I really love this thing, I can do something with it.
Honestly, it was when I was about to graduate, actually very late.
Okay.
Because I was about to graduate. Like high school, couldn't do music, it was only sports, all type of sports that you could imagine.
Nice.
Basketball, football, equitation, everything.
Okay.
And then after that, when I went to college, I started like hanging out. First of all, I think one of the reasons why I could do it was because they gave me a scholarship through music. So
Nice.
when my mom saw that, she was like, okay.
Okay, you know
So
what?
I was paying half of everything through music. So she was like, okay.
You're live.
So-
This is the door opener.
Yeah. And then when I was about to graduate, she was like, you know what, if that's really what you want to do, just do it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take 1 year off. I'm going to go to Switzerland. I'm going to see what I can do in music. And then I went to Switzerland.
Okay.
And I started seeing, I'm like, yo, this thing is too beautiful to not do it.
Nice.
I'm like, yeah.
So where in Switzerland actually were you?
I was in Geneva. Like when first I landed in Geneva, then I went to Moutier, then I came back to Geneva to the Conservatoire of Geneva, and then like spent a good little amount of time meeting a lot of beautiful musicians, a lot of beautiful people.
That's also
And
another
ever since
area
then,
actually.
it's been
That's another part of the world that I spend a lot of time myself back there. So I have my aunt who live at the border with fans in Switzerland, and I was giving a lot of classes, teaching a lot of workshops in Switzerland. So every time I went over there to actually teach my classes, I would spend time with my aunt, who actually who was. So I spent a lot of time in Geneva. There's a lot of people in Geneva that will tell you today, who will tell you today took my classes back then. I can name the dance school in Geneva, man. I'm still connected with some people out there still today. Actually,
Geneva.
It's been
It was an experience.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Nice.
So that way you started pretty late there. So by the time actually, what makes you stuck with it? When you were from you being in high school and you in college and eventually, what makes you stuck with it? What was it that made you?
It was actually the one thing that everybody that knows
Because you were
me-
doing a lot of stuff actually at the same time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
everybody. Yeah, because I was, studying industrial engineering, trying to learn about I always wanted I said to myself that I want to be able to stop working by 43. I was I want to be able to have time to be with my family.
Enjoy,
With my mom. I want to tour the world with my mom, travel the world, and then if I don't do it around that time, she might be too old to enjoy it. So I was like, I gotta make enough to try to do that with her. But as I was working, and all the places that I worked, it was I realized there was only one thing. Everybody that knows me, that makes me smile. Only when I'm on stage. I smile. Other things make me happy, but when I am on stage, there's nothing that can bother me. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Well, I can't say that because sometimes before I get on stage, if I'll get on a fight with my girlfriend, we're taking a little time to recess. But
you still don't release.
Still, when I get, even that, when I get on stage, it's faster to release it. But when I'm on stage, it's like I have shields all over me. Nothing can reach me. I can only give. And then that's one of the things I like to do the most is giving, helping. So I feel like I'm making people dancing, I'm making people laughing, I'm making people dreaming. They oh, wow, they dreaming. And then I'm because we just came back from Spain from a tour. And then it was
How was
amazing.
that? How was the tour, by the way?
Oh, brother, it was amazing to see Spanish people dancing Creole music, saying words.
You said it earlier, Afro, all those beats right now, what's taking over the world, bro.
They were saying words that they don't even know what they mean. And then they were dancing to it. People telling me, yo, please sing that one song. I wanna tell her that I wanna get married. People getting engaged as I'm performing. I'm like, okay. And I'm playing in front of the diplomats of Spain, and
nice.
then I'm performing. I come from a very humble family. I'm performing in a room. Behind me, there's a painting that is worth $4 billion.
Nice.
Of one of the kings of Spain.
Yeah.
And here I am performing. I don't even want to move. Because I don't want to. I don't want to risk anything. So and then I see. So it would be because music make me happy, and because music take me to places. Because those are the two things. Well, it's three things I like the most. The third one would be eating, but it's because of those things. Music make me happy, and when I say happy, that genuine happiness that doesn't have to do with money, it doesn't have to do with because a lot of guys out there be out there trying to make music so they could have girls' attention or
For
whatever.
the money,
And for the money. I am not in it for the money. Of course, my entrepreneur business side of Lens wants that to be always alive.
Of course.
But that's not my main motivation.
Yeah.
So since music make me really happy and he helps me travel throughout the world, I think, and I realized, I was like, yo,
it's a no-brainer.
I'm like, that's what I want to do, because, you know, when I'm from Haiti, and I want to repeat it many times, because Haiti is like, it's a poorest country.
It's a tough country.
In Central America.
Absolutely.
And being able to travel the world with a Haitian passport.
Doing what you love.
Yeah, with a Haitian passport.
Tell people, one more time.
Because a Haitian passport is like having no passport at all. It gives you access to no place. Place. So that means like even the country that you would be able to go to, you would have to have a layover in a country where you need a visa to be in.
Yeah.
So all those things just make it hard. And then when people look at that little blue passport with that palm on top of it, they're like, huh? How you go all those places? I'm like, music.
Music is there.
You know, and then it's music. Music open doors for businesses. Like, for example, as a musician, I started like visiting that shop, and then I saw these people, like they were like, they started designing shoes, and I'm like, I don't think that's the right way. And then first they had me as a counselor. Then they're like, we want you to be part of the board. Then we started talking. Next thing you know, I'm in an industry. I'm in the fashion industry.
Nice.
You know, just because they like me. And then people be calling me. They're like, yo, I like the way you dress. And I'm like, yo, you know what? Why don't I start making clothes? Absolutely. And go back in Haiti? But everything has to do with music. So it's music.
Music is the foundation.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the one thing. It's music. And then hopefully in the future my daughter will love music the same way I do. And the one that will come after too. It's not on the way yet.
It's in the blood, man. It's in there, man. Like you can't. Like,
you see. Yeah. That's
beautiful, man. Like, you know what I mean. So there's, I also got another question myself, because actually, if you want, I went to college, spent 7 years in college, got my master's degree, postgraduate degrees, and all that. And one of the reasons why I kept on dancing or doing music, because this is one thing that I liked, or that I feel like definitely makes me happy, just like you. But same for me, it's more like a release. A release means like when I'm on stage, I don't see people. Like I'm over there, like I don't care. It's 1,000 people, it's 100 people. Like it doesn't matter to me. Like I'm there to give. Like I want you guys. Like I want you to forget about your phone bill. I want you to forget about your argument with your wife or whatever. Like I'm on stage for that. So it makes me feel good to give, and I receive that energy as well. So I would like to know, for somebody who went to school like yourself, how comes like you went to engineering school, which is like serious school, like you know what I mean?
Serious stuff.
This is not like
Numbers.
You're not playing around, exactly, like you know what I mean. So how come they like you still like step up, did not keep up that much with that route, but went with what you love to do, which is
I think it's because of the engineering mind actually. Because if you have an engineering mind, you want to create.
Okay.
And then art is creation.
Absolutely.
And then I'm like, I'm just not gonna use numbers. I'm just gonna use shapes and notes.
Okay.
And
Makes sense.
And I'm like, we're still gonna be counting bars. We're still gonna be doing graphs, but it's still engineering, because music is a formula, right?
Yes.
There's a formula to music. So it's applying that engineering mind in a different field by releasing all the limitation that field has, because that field tells you certain things cannot go that way because it was proven. But in music, you don't know until you do it.
Yep.
So it's pretty much the same. Like you dancing, you're like, okay, sometimes you see people dancing, you're like, I think they off beat. Then when you finally understand they are in the beat, and then you're like, okay, that's you don't even know. You see somebody walking, like a person can just be walking on a beat, and then he's like, whoa. It's mind blowing. So it's like it's the creation. Now, how can I won't lie, like one of those alternate lives, those alternate dimensions suffer more. It will be the engineering, because sometimes I'm like, yo, because that's eventually one thing that I like, but not the one that I like the most.
Yeah.
But to keep it up, I had to embrace the fact that I won't be socially successful, or I won't be um I won't be that guy that my mom wanted to just have my engineering degree, have my master's, and then have an office, and just have that 9 to 5 and creating something.
That's it.
I won't be doing that, but I will still find gaps where I can create and delegate.
I see.
So, and then that's what I've been learning in my journey. It's like creating and delegate. For example, right now, we're working on that brand, that clothing, 1971. And then we are like, okay, I'm like, how am I going to find the time to design jackets, t-shirts, and stuff like that when I'm planning the tour in Mexico right now? How am I going to do that? I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do some drawings, rough, and I'm going to send them to a friend of mine that is a designer. I'm going to tell him, this is the direction I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
You
You
develop.
take it. Yeah. You take
And
it.
then you bring it back to me, and then we could brainstorm, and after that, it's going to be you, and it's going to be our baby. And then I think I could do it because I've learned to not want to do everything by myself.
Having a team out too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and having the right team is the key.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, having the right team. And starting from the person you wake up with till the person that's like actually just, that's installing your cables,
Mm-hmm.
because that team is not only the person you work with, it's also the person you live with. And that's something I understand, because when you, and that means, and it's sad, sometimes your own brother cannot be part of your team
Yeah.
because he doesn't know how to live with you. He doesn't know how to,
I don't
he
see
doesn't
the
understand.
vision.
He don't see, yeah, he doesn't see the vision. He doesn't understand where you're heading. Your best friend, like I have my best friend that I had sometimes to be I had to tell him, yo, bro, I think that we're not gonna be seeing each other for a little while, because it's not where I want to go. It's not where you want to go. I have a friend that he's like my brother, and then this guy never. We went to college in the DR together, and I have been trying to have that guy like traveling with me for 9 years, and he never wanted to. It just was like, I'm comfortable.
Some people are stuck where they at, and they never came with
And I
that.
was like,
And
yo,
they're okay with that.
imagine if I was like you, bro.
I'd be right here, not going places.
And then he would and then he would get mad when I'll come back and I'm too tired when he wants to visit. And then I'm like, yo, bro, I'm like, I need to sleep because 2 days, and then within 2 days I'm in a plane. But he doesn't understand. But now, finally,
You start to get it.
he got. Well, we were in DC a week ago together, and he was like, yeah, you know what? You were right, man. You were right. I should have been traveling more. So the team is the key. Starting from the person you wake up with, like understand, having somebody that understands your vision, like a partner that will like wake up and say, yo, my man has a show today. I want to fight with him, but I'm gonna leave it for after the show.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to distract you.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna leave it for later on the show. Or example, as a musician, as a performer, we know that the holiday seasons, people are supposed to be with in family.
Yeah.
But us musicians,
You're traveling. You're
we
on the
travel.
road. Busy season.
Need to understand that, baby. Our holidays will be in January.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because that's how it is. And
Yeah.
then need to understand that, and then that's very important. Because why am I pointing that out? It's because I've been talking lately to a lot of friends of mine that are musicians, and I sense their pain, because they see me like, how do you do it? How you travel Does she get mad? Does she die? I'm like, bro, I don't know, man. You gotta do what's important to you. And I won't say that your relationship is not important, but if you're in a relationship that will make you lose part of who you are, it's not the right relationship.
Yeah, it's compromised.
So yeah, so the team is from the person you wake up with to the person that is like pushing your cable, that is like brooming the floor of where you are gonna perform. You come in, even if that person you're gonna be working with him for one day, you make him feel like he's part of your family.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the key.
I hear you, man. New York City, you guys are here listening to Bebop, man. GV are the best kept secret in the city. Today we have even still the one and only, man, Lance Lewis, man. If you want to call the station, the number is 718-577-2855. I'm say it again, 718-577-2855, man. So we are going to be here till about, like, we got about, like, 40 more minutes, man. Like, you know what I mean? So, Lance, I would like to know, I mean, how was that whole COVID experience to you, if I may ask? Like, you know, I mean, if you just like, you know, was some people actually, like people like myself, I would say I got creative sitting home, like, you know, I mean, it was not a waste of time. Like, of course, I was not gigging, I was not traveling places there, but I sat home and got creative with everything I had there. So how was COVID to you?
Well, I will tell you something. You will laugh. This was one of the seasons where I actually worked the most, actually.
There you go.
And you will understand why. And I'm about to make a lie, so I can make that story so people understand how the engineering mind actually works in every case.
Okay.
Right? So Cam, you with me? All right.
Yep, I'm here.
We are now live, New York City.
Yes, we are here in Dumbo.
You know, Brooklyn, beautiful people only. So
Only.
when I say beautiful from the inside, we're not talking about vain, none of those type of things. COVID experience, Z, man. That's what happened. COVID experience. I am home. The musicians, we literally eating bread and water.
Okay.
There's nothing. You know, we are barely surviving. But we are writing music.
Yes.
Every day, writing music. And then a friend of mine calls me and was like, yo, bro, I'm having a problem with my girl and I don't know what to do. Do you want to come over and do a serenade? Bring your guitar, come under the window, start singing. And I'm like, yo, bro, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work. He was like, yeah, do it. So I was like, okay, no problem. Called a friend of mine. I knew that I was like, I wanted to be not only for him, because that's my state of mind. My state of mind is always do the most out of nothing. Yeah. Right? Third, we have our like motto is turning air in gold.
Absolutely.
That's how we are, right?
Absolutely.
So he calls me, and then I call Luis Gomez. I'm like, bro, I need a silent generator. He was like, for what? I'm like, please just, I was like, Lance, what are you gonna do? Because in the DR, it was rough, because if they see you on the streets after curfew, you go to jail.
Damn.
Jail. You go to jail.
Really?
Yeah, they weren't playing.
Wow.
You go to jail, they take your car away and everything. Even if you're an artist, they don't care, right? It's very strict. I'm like, yo, you know what? Call a friend of mine, call the police chief. I'm like, yo, I have a project to uplift people's like spirit. He was like, what? I'm like, I want to go and sing at their doors. Even when you can't go in. He was like, really? He's like, that's a creative idea. So I went to my friends, put my speaker outside, started singing. And here I am in the middle of that big building, and everybody, and like I came to sing for one person, and everybody came out of the window and the balcony, and I'm singing, and people are coming out. And the next thing you know,
the news got spread.
Yo, people be calling me like, yo, what's going on? You want to come do this here? Come and do that there. We performed all over the Dominican Republic doing that.
Nice.
You know, first it started me and my guitar, Then after that, it was my whole band.
Whole
It was a quartet, everybody. And it was like, we come, deliver the music, people dance in the balcony and everything, saying thank you.
No COVID, no nothing.
No, nothing. Well, until now, I've never got COVID. I hope I never do.
Nice.
You know, I think it's that black bud, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So it was like, and then I started performing. Everybody was like, yo, we like that. And then, but it was challenging. It was challenging because I couldn't travel. I wanted to go see my mom. My mom was in Florida, and then they didn't want to let her in. That on that part, but musically speaking, it was one of my most creative moments.
That's good.
It's like make music, make an EP, like in a second. It's like I got music from COVID that right now, if anybody that's like, Lynn, how many albums you have? I'll say I have 3. Because like it's like they all list that because there was nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
create.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I took advantage of it. It was something nice.
That's what's up, man. Lance, when you make your music, doing what you do for some time, like, where do you see yourself going at this point? Where do you see yourself going from here now?
You know, like every artist that is independent, I've made a lot of mistakes, man. I've made so many mistakes
And
that
you learn from
sometimes.
some of them.
Do I? Did I? I don't know, bro. You know, because remember, we are artists, so I can. And it's funny, right? If you give me Cam the manager right now, I'll be the best manager ever.
Okay.
But if you tell me, yo, go manage Lance Lewis, it's gonna be a problem. So yeah, that's my problem. So far, that was my problem, and that has been my problem. So where do I see myself right now? I see myself, like I told you, with a better team.
Okay.
And having a better team will help me make less mistakes, and then will give me a bigger perspective, bigger vision, and from there, take whatever talent that God infused in me, and then try to bring the most happiness that I can. And then, of course, capitalize on that because the gifts are for us to leave off with them.
Of course.
So yeah, that's where I see myself. Like, for example, I'll tell you, there was that one time that I wrote a song for a cigar company in the Dominican Republic, and I was giving $10,000 just for the song.
Nice.
And I was like, ooh, I made it. I was like, yeah, I made it. But guess what happened? I went ahead and did I did a $6,000 video for the song.
Okay.
And I was like, and I left no money for promotion. And when it was time to go ahead and then put the song in platforms, and I was like, oh, I cannot take from my other projects to put in there. Music got to feed music. And then I was like, yo, why did I do this? I could have done a very simple music video because the song was high quality. This is something I don't play with the quality of my music. And then make a simple video because at the end of the day, people just want to relate to a face, you know? And then go gradually until you can afford a 15, 20, you know? And yeah,
it's also an investment, though.
It's an investment. But then again, it was an investment. But my YouTube channel wasn't monetized by this time. Like I didn't have my house in order, and I was like, yo. But now I'm looking back, I'm like, yo, I was such a mess, man. I was yo. And then it's funny when it comes to my business, everything is legalized, everything is this, and that, and I didn't realize that music was actually my business.
Yeah.
It was much more my hobby, but it's not a hobby, man. When you love music the way I do, or when the way you love music, the way you love dancing, the way she loves playing, it can't be a hobby.
Absolutely.
It cannot, because it will take so much space that you will have to go ahead and just make it your life. So how can a hobby be your life?
Absolutely.
There's no way a hobby can be your life, you know?
Definitely not.
So, yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
And I would like to know actually, Lance, man, like, you know, so you as far like, you know, being creative is concerned, man, like, you know, I mean, how do you know, like, when you make your music, at what time are you actually satisfied with the product? At what time do you know, like, you know, this is it? Like, you know,
I might ask you the question, are you ever satisfied with a choreography?
Well, it can always be like retouched. It can always
Oh,
be
I
like,
get
you know,
that.
I mean,
So-
it's like, you know.
So there you go. I don't have nothing else to tell you though. I was like, there you go. Are you ever satisfied with a choreography? You're like, okay, there could be, I don't know. Well,
You can always take and add and yeah.
I had songs that I've written 4 years ago that I listen to them right now. I'm like, damn, I want to do them again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I had to teach myself something because I would be ashamed of them and then take them down.
Mhm.
But I've realized that is
They were actually good, you know.
not only good, it was like part of my story,
Absolutely.
And
That's
then
your creation. You created
if
that.
I don't, that's why this is with that, and actually, this is something I learned while I was listening to Pharrell. It was like, that's why they call it record. It's a record of the time,
Exactly.
of
Yeah.
the moment where you were at, and then you remember where you were at, and then where you
Record,
came from. You know,
Mhm.
it is
Of a
something that's
certain time.
it is like it is marking a part of your life. You
There's
know?
always the date.
Yeah,
There's always a time.
Exactly.
There's always who was there.
that's like.
Where it was recorded.
And then I was like, yo, that's why it's called record. So
Mhm.
why would you be ashamed of what you've done? Like, and also and it's even funnier because I was listening to, I was in the B-side, and then I was listening to what's his name? Ed Sheeran talking.
Mhm.
And it was like, I was terrible. And it was like, yo, he was showing music that he did. And I was like, oh my God.
I would go even further than that. Like, you know, this is not just
He wasn't Ed yet. He wasn't Ed yet.
this is not
I
just a
know.
record. Actually, it's actually a picture of what you're doing at a certain time. If somebody go back to what Lens was doing like 5 years ago, boom, and pull it out, this is what they would see from Lens back then.
Exactly.
And then what they would see now is what you do now. Like, you know what I mean? It's really like you
It's
gotta get
it's
well.
really something that sets you, like it's just like it's your fingerprint, it's your
Mhm.
signature in that
And-
period of time.
And then the
Yeah.
thing is, too, like when you look at that, you can be like, oh, you know, I came a long way. I've improved. You
Exactly.
can question what you do or
Exactly.
not, but that's part of it. You cannot. You
Yeah,
have to put what you create out there.
yeah.
Because
It's like that. So now when I do something, and in order for me to know when it's ready,
Mhm.
I have my little group. I send it to everybody. I hear to what everybody has to say.
Mhm.
I send it to my mom. And then even though she doesn't know what it's saying, even though it's not her genre, she's like, I'm like, Mom, how does that make you feel? And she'll tell me how it makes her feel. And then if the emotions that I want to express through that song is what she feels, okay, so it's done. So my job is done. Yeah, it's funny. My mom, right now, if you ask me, yo, Lens, remember that song? I'm like, I don't have it in my phone, but let me check in the chat with my mom. I'll find it.
Sweet. Yo, Lance, man, that was definitely a great answer right there, man. I would also like to know, as far as like, you know, I mean, you are doing what you do is concerned. You are when you make, you also wear like a lot of different hats. What I mean by that is like, you know, you also have a business on the side there where like, you know, you can actually you can show on your feet right now. It's on your creations. Like,
Yeah.
stuff like, you know,
People probably
we
know.
got yeah, we gotta talk about that as well, man. Like, you know, I mean, we're not gonna, you know, let people.
I want to put smiley face.
Yeah, we want to know about some of your business, like, you know,
The shoes business.
the shoe business and all
Okay.
that. Yeah.
So far we've
You
been.
gotta show them, man. You gotta show them, like, you know,
Wow.
those always
I wanna
crispy,
see.
always crispy,
Yeah.
crispiness.
Look at this.
Well, yeah. All right. Well, so far, you know, we've been, like I said, we've been collaborating with Javi in many ways. Javi was actually, I call Javi my internship.
Nice.
Javi is my internship because with these guys, with Javier and Scott,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, my mind was blown away because I was just a consultant, you know. I was
Okay.
just somebody they needed to see. They knew I love style, and then they're like, what do you think? And then since they see my dedication, they started bringing me in more.
Mm-hmm.
And so they made me part of the family,
Nice.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's something good when somebody makes you part of a family, not being your family member, just just seeing your dedication,
Yeah.
your desire to make
What you
it,
bring to the table,
you know.
yeah. Mhm.
And then, so with Javi, is like, Lance, what do you think? I'm like, I think that is missing this. Like, and one day I just sat down, I'm like, you know, we need a marketing department. We need this, we need da 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 da. They're like, why don't you take care of that? Why don't you be one of the creators? Why don't you do that? I'm like, really, I can. And next thing you know, I'm Lance Javi, you know, Javi USA, and then I'm all around. People are like, and then Cam will be like, yo, bro, I thought you were joking, but I'll be seeing your shoes in DTLR. I'll be seeing your shoes in every store. And I'm like, yeah, they're in every store. So now, Javi is just booming. And I'm like, you know, my internship is not over with you yet, guys, but one of my dream other than having, I say my professional dream is to create jobs in Haiti.
Yeah.
So with Javi, what I was doing was learning how this industry works because coming from Haiti, we have lands in a very well located position. So I was like, you know what? I want to have my own factory. So I finished the construction. We finished the construction of the factory, thanks to God. And
In
then-
Haiti?
In Haiti, yeah. We have
Really?
construction, yes. We have
For
a
the
factory.
shoes?
We will be doing clothing only for now. We will
Nice.
start doing clothing. So we are thinking about creating 150 jobs by the end of, by mid next year. And then we will be like jackets, t-shirts. You saw one of the varsity jacket that I was wearing the other day called Abio. So it's like it's the brand. It's the first brand, 1971. Well, the slogan means get dressed, but in Creole, Abio means get dressed. So right now we on the market. You can go to abio1971.com and then see the website and everything, and then we will be collaborating with Javi. We will be teaming up, you know. Javi is totally shoes, and now I'm clothing, I'm t-shirts, sweater, jeans. There's a lot of beautiful things on their way.
Nice.
And then you better know, you best believe you're part of this.
Sweet.
So yeah, man, and it has been a rough path. It has been rough to get the factory going and everything. So businesses right now, it is like we have a distribution company here for the factory called a la mode, which means like trendy and English. And a la mode LLC will be doing the distribution here in America, and then we have the factory back in Haiti, which is a la mode SA. And then we have a platform. So we have a platform also called Fasizo, which is a platform that manages creators. For example, like I said to you, if I find somebody that has talent and that wants to create, that wants to do things, that can actually design, and then that doesn't have the means to like give birth to that, since I have the factory and we can sit down and find a way we can collaborate and have that creation come to life through us, since we have the means. Nice. And then with that means like creating jobs every day for Haitians. And then so the whole thing will be the factory, and with the factory we have a school that is related to the factory where I'll be giving like art. It's called Love of the Arts. The school is called Love of the Arts, and it's a name that I literally, I'm very happy that my friend Tracy gave me her blessing to use that, because she has a foundation. She made me the president of that foundation of LA. And then she was like, let's just call the school Love of the Arts, because in that school we're gonna be teaching music, dance, and sculpture. Nice. So because Haiti is very strong on those points. So let's see how it goes.
That's what's up, man. Congrats, man, on all those work that you're putting in. And like, you know, Lance, man, you've been doing what you do for some time, and I would love to know actually, what did you learn from doing everything you do? Like, you know what I mean, from making your music, sharing your music, from creating, like, you know what I mean, all these businesses that you got going over there. Like, just like, you know, you have to learn something about yourself, like, you know, doing all those things.
About myself, I've learned there's more downs than up. And then in the downs, you need to remain calm.
Mm-hmm.
because in the down times, I've been in a situation where I took some very bad decisions, and that now that I'm older, I'm like, mm-mm. And sometimes when you see a fire, and then you use wind to like kill the fire, and then what you do instead, you spread it.
Mm-hmm.
So remaining calm in hard times and down times is the most important thing, and 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 really believe in what you're doing. Because
Absolutely.
if you don't really believe,
Then don't even try it. Don't even
Don't.
stop. Don't
Don't.
even waste your time doing it.
don't, because
Really.
there's so much more negative in this world, man.
Yeah.
And then if you give the chance to doubt to come once,
Then it's there forever.
Oh.
It's an open door.
Doubt. doubt is just it's poison.
Mhm.
Doubt is poison. Doubt is stress. Doubt is cancer. Gotta do as much as you can to never let it come to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you will, but don't let it, because you get layers of protection.
Mm-hmm.
You can come the first layer through, but the second, don't let it come through, because once doubt come, it's over. It's over.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I totally
Yeah.
get that, man. It's
Nice
been
message.
it's been great having you in here, man. Thank you so much. Like, we would love to know, like, any advice that you want to give to younger people out there, man. Like, what I mean, trying to like create, trying to make music, trying to like, what I mean, like, be
Cammy's
entrepreneur
out
and
here
stuff
making
like
me
that.
feel old, saying to our younger people. Yeah, we right there. Don't make me feel old. We right there. See? Yeah, man. The message can sound very generic because it's what everybody would say,
Mm-hmm.
but I will go ahead and say it because I've experienced it. So that means it works. Consistency is the key,
Absolutely.
and then, but consistency is the key in the face of controversy. That means like you need to remain consistent even when things are hard.
Yeah.
Even because I know a lot of people
That's when they give up.
they're
Yeah.
like they don't call it give up. They say, I want to take a sabbatical. I'm gonna take a break.
Mhm.
I'm gonna draw back. And then, yes, there's nothing wrong with stepping back to have a bigger vision,
Mhm.
have a wider view, so you could know where to attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's nothing wrong with stepping back, take a deep breath, so you could go like so you could pulse yourself out. But if you don't remain consistent with what you're doing, man, you're gonna feel like you are going in circles.
Absolutely.
And when you start feeling like that, this is where depression kicks in.
Yeah.
This is where you gotta go to doctors giving you, pills, and then you gotta
All
find.
that stuff that you don't really need.
This is where you start looking for things that you don't really need, and then you no longer use your art or whatever your project, because there's art in everything. Because even somebody building a bridge, it's making art. So that means like this is where you need to say, you know what, I know it's hard, but I gotta keep going. If I don't keep going, all that effort will be in vain, and I'll be like going in a circle, and I'll feel bad. And then especially when you look at all your friends or people that you went to school with, and I have friends that are right now minister of education, minister of people that went to school with me that are prime minister of health in Haiti. I have others that are ambassadors.
Nice.
So that when you start comparing yourself to those people, you might go crazy.
Yeah.
So then you gotta remain consistent.
Yeah.
Because you say, oh, they've done, but you don't know what they've done. You don't know how consistent they were. You don't know what they've
yeah,
done.
exactly. Yeah, you see somebody where they at, you don't know what was the journey.
So consistent. Don't compare yourself, and then you should be good.
I definitely hear that. Like, thank you so much for being here, Les, man. That was a last minute one, man. Like, hope you guys enjoyed, man. Like, we did. Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna have you drop your IG, like, your social media, all that stuff there. How people can keep up with you, like, where you gonna be next, like, so they know how to find you.
Well, IG's Lance Lewis, LENTZLOUIS, and then it's all about it. Where am I gonna be? Yo, brother, I can't.
Catch it, man. Just keep up with him, man.
I will be sending you where I'm at. I'll be sending you locations.
You gotta catch him. You gotta catch him.
Catch me if you can.
Catch him if you can, man. Yeah, see, man, that was the one and only right here on Beatbox today, man. Like Lance Lewis, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for sharing with us, man. GVR, man, the best kept secret in the city, man. We got 10, 15 more minutes. I'm about to play some tracks out here, man, like, just to finish. I don't know if you got any music that would be able to share with us.
You might want to, I don't know, you might want to play "Make the Move" by Lance Lewis.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Okay.
You know that Cam actually was the bass man.
Okay, Sam, Miss Cam will find out while I drop this.
She will. And Miss Cam, I think you might want to say hi to Alba that is online right now.
Hey.
And then say hi,
Hey, how you doing, man? I appreciate you guys talking about, man. GVR, the best kept secret in the city, man. You guys over here on TikTok, I appreciate you, man. Let's get into it.
There is Richard that said, what I got from this interview is that he's truly a great person. Thank you, Richard. Yes, he's really amazing. You gotta follow him.
GVR sound, man.
And maybe he's gonna come in your town to sing, right?
GVR sound.
That was a good interview, right? He's really amazing. Richard, definitely follow him. Did you check his music? The link I sent you? Back to music, it was really last minute, it wasn't planned.
Found that track for sure.
We're gonna do another listening session tomorrow. But I think it was a really good interview, right? We learned a lot. Did you like it, Richard? I didn't know he was doing that in Haiti.
Yeah.
He's feeling it right now.
Feeling the vibe.
And DJ right here.
Yo. It's too bad. She cannot be in the.
I see vision. I really find the interview interesting. Thank you, Richard. Where's Louis over here?
Thank you.
I will check his YouTube channel after his session.
You're about to have no battery. The phone will die in
Uh-oh.
to make your phone.
I don't even have enough battery now. I have to charge quickly. Thank you for staying, Richard, and listening. It was very interesting. I see vision. So
Can you see that? Can you see that?
I will try to charge my phone quickly. Okay, I think it's charging now. Oh, yeah. That's the problem. I can't be too crazy.
Are you there?
And plus, it was a music talk anyway, right? Like I say, it's listening and talking music. Sorry, it's not easy with my phone with no battery. Oh my god. Okay. Like this.
I think I'm the engineer.
Oh my lord. Ah. Woo! Do we have the color? Oh, it's a black one. Oh, that's a good one.
Yo, where's your bass?
This is what we have right now. Listen to this bass. Woo! Oh wow, nice! You had a radio station? It's a really small studio, but I think good for what we have to do, right? It's good, alright? And are you still doing some podcast or stuff like this?
My name is Cam. I am French.
And there is still people asking me where I'm from.
My name is Cam. I am French.
Know that every time there is people asking me if I'm French.
I have people asking the same thing.
Bam, bam, bam. I'm about to do something. London Talk and Share radio station. Nice. What? Richard, you speak French? I didn't know that. You've been hiding me some stuff. You haven't been telling me anything. So when I'm doing some secret talk, that means you understand. Bam, bam. And that tonight in here is only friendship. Alors, vive les Français. Yeah, this track is good, right? What's the name of the DJ will tell us the track soon. As soon as he drop the new one. Except if you have been Shazamming. The goal of the DJ is to people to not find. So what's the name?
Popsicles.
It was Popsicle Little Rocker.
Little rocker.
Little Rocker.
Little rocker. How you guys doing, man? It's almost time to get out of here. I appreciate you hanging out with me today.
I can show you his feet because he is having some shoes right now. The Radiosa.
My name is Cam. I am French. That's a new tag.
So that is the shoes he's selling.
USBs came in the blue. The one and only over there.
Yeah. Popsicle Little Rocker. Little Rocker. Now that I know you speak French, it's gonna be easier. Okay, can you ask the DJ if he knows AYBEE? AB. Love like no other. By AB. Like AYBEE. Yeah, right? It's very colorful. Show us again. Very, very colorful. So for the little story, I've been playing the bass in his video. Maybe you can find the video. It's Make the Move. It's Make the Move, right? His song is Make the Move. You can see it on his YouTube. Or I think I can put it also on my collaboration project so you can see me appear with my bass and with the shoes. And with the shoes on my feet. But by the way, let me check quickly.
Il y a la nouvelle, il y a aussi l'autre. Si tu vas passer une à 10, passe la nouvelle parce que c'était cool.
Every day that I see you, I want you. Every time I wake up, I wanna be next to you. Do you wanna, do you wanna, do you? I'm always ready for you. I want to take you. Let me bring you up, bring you up. You can run it, you can make it last, make it last. Coast to
Did you see? Did you see that, Cam? Come in, check.
That's perfect, actually. That's really good here. No, we're not gonna play up. That's perfect. So even when we turn, cool. So we're gonna play not the one where I am, but the new one, because he made it remixed by a DJ. So, but just on this link you can find the video we made together. That's the DVR sound. Is it a black hole? This is what we got right now. Kenny Dub. Present. That's good, that too, right? So good, right?
Versace, get out of here.
Last one of the night.
Fiesta loca, loca. Check it. 4 hours of sleep. That's it. 4 hours of sleep. We are warriors. I've been watching you, baby. But you never noticed me. I want you, baby. Standing by your door, 'cause I just wanna help you, baby. I heard about the problem that you had, 'cause it hurts to know you're in pain. And I wanna be the one you turn to, a friend indeed. I'm the man you can be sure of, whenever you're in need. Straight from your heart, I'll be there forever and ever. And it's not tonight.
That's why I'm grateful, man. Music, man. Like, you know, connecting people, good music. You know, if you gotta get good music, make sure you stay out here. Like, check me out all the time, man. I be here, playing good music all the time. I think this be something like genuinely means a lot. You guys stay safe out there, man. Look at you here, big time. Same place, same time, man. Be more the best kept secret in New York City. EDI sound. Big time.
There's things about me you really never seen. Give me a moment to show you what I mean. Oh, darling.
out of here.
Bye bye, guys. Thank you, Richard, again. Yes, he's the best DJ in town. And see you probably tomorrow for another listening
Live.
session, but
Absolutely.
this time
From
no
the one
interview.
hotel. No interview tomorrow.
No
Straight
interview
music.
tomorrow.
Straight music tomorrow. I'll be at one hotel from 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. Stop by. Music's gonna
Bye
be
bye,
good,
guys.
know.
Bye, Richard.
Ciao.
Thank you again. Merci beaucoup et à bientôt.